Not this week's Parsha, but the last Parsha of the year is Parashas Zos HaBrochah, which of course we read on Simchas Torah, which in Eretz Yisrael is also Sifrei Torah, and we finish off the Torah another cycle before beginning Parashas once again. And just before I do, speak about this, I just want to first of all publicly thank very much everybody who has been a support for 36.org and all the writing that I've done over the many years, especially recent times, and very much appreciated all the effort that people make to help out over the course of time to make sure that 36.org can remain alive and functioning and producing the Torah that it does on an ongoing basis. And also to those people who've taken the time to write back at some point in time and offer some feedback and make a comment or two here and there, letting me know that there are people, in fact, who read this and watch these things and actually enjoy it and gain something from it. So that I hope that in the upcoming years, Zos HaBrochah, you'll feel the same way as well, and that we'll continue to help each other as time goes on. There are many things you can speak about in terms of Zos HaBrochah and its connection to Simchas Torah and Sifrei Torah, because this is the brocha, the Torah that we were given. There's a story I've mentioned before about HaShavua, the process he went through when he first became religious, and he thought to himself, I've made a great sacrifice to become religious, as much as he had become it until that point in time. I didn't have to do this. I did it because I realized it's true, and I gave up a lot to do learn your Torah and do your mitzvahs. So God, you owe me, right? You owe me big time for having changed my way of life. You owe me a lot. And then, of course, after a few more years of learning, he began to realize what a brocha it is to be religious. But still, he felt that it was a sacrifice on his part. It's still a sacrifice on his part, and he toned down his sense of the debt that he felt that God owed to him, and said, God, okay, I realize now it's how it has a bruch and blessing is to be part of your Torah world, and it's a partnership. You and me, 50-50, God, the whole way through. Of course, he learned a few more years after that, and he began to realize and appreciate the depth of Torah, how deep it is, and how profound it is, and how lost he was without it, even though he thought he was having a great time, and how he was basically sacrificing his portion of the world to come out of ignorance, or whatever the case would be, when God finally decided what he was responsible for and what he was not responsible for. But still, he was losing out on a tremendous opportunity to be connected to God and to grow spiritually and to appreciate the world more. And he realized what a fantastic gift it was that God had given to him, and incredible patience that God had to wait for him, because he said, had it been me up there making a decision about me down here, I don't think I would have waited. But God waited, and he brought him back with a shirt collar, so to speak, to some degree. And today he's living by Torah mitzvahs, married, and living a frum life, and he realizes what a fantastic blessing Torah is. And now it's like, dear God, thank you so much for waiting for me. If it had been up to me, I don't think I would have waited so long. And you're so generous and so kind and so forgiving. I owe you everything in the end. The Zos HaBrochah. This is the brocha that Moshe Rabbeinu gave to the Jewish people on behalf of God, that God gave to the Jewish people through Moshe Rabbeinu, right? Mipia Gvura, God spoke, and the Torah was given. And a person has to contemplate and realize and think to himself deeply, deeply, deeply on an ongoing basis, and lie in bed at night, and when some spare time here and there, and just remind himself or herself what a fantastic blessing in the world today to be connected on any level to Torah and mitzvahs and to perform them. And the deeper you go, the more you understand. And the more Hashem allows you to penetrate the levels of Torah and to live by Torah and mitzvahs, the more appreciative you have to be on an ongoing basis, without doubt. That's the brocha. That's the brocha of Torah, and that's the brocha of life. Because the more one appreciates Torah, the more one is able to appreciate life, the more one is able to get out of life. Even in so-called depressing situations, it's lo b'shamayim hi anymore. That's not rechok mimein, right? That we can now access the Torah and to learn it so freely and openly. Today with very little mesirus nefesh, because it's so accessible in so many different ways, in so many different formats. So the Leshem says, Amnam hinei b'basita Parshas Parvechem Medrash Parshas Chukas Perik Yotes. It says over there in Pesikta, Amrusham Devarim Shalom Niklu LeMoshe Rabbeinu LeShalom Niklu LeRabbi Akiva. The Pesikta says over there, the Medrash says that there were things that were revealed to Rabbi Akiva, they were not revealed to Moshe Rabbeinu, which of course is a tremendous contradiction at the end of the Parsha, because at the end of the Parsha says that there was never a Navi. No Navi would ever arise amongst the Jewish people like Moshe Rabbeinu. And even though Rabbi Akiva was a great man and a great Talmid Chacham, he was not a Navi. He certainly could not create new Torah that Moshe himself did not give. Right? This is the Chevarash Namar V'chol Yakar Rasa Eino Ze Rabbi Akiva. Right? And to his colleagues as well, as the pasuk says, all that's valuable that would be seen with the eye. This refers to Rabbi Akiva, that he would see things. Ki Roshi Tevas Ra'asa Eino, because the Roshi Tevas, the first letter of Rasa, which means that was seen Eino and his eye. Right, Reish Ayin, which is the Roshi Tevas of Rabbi Akiva. So a drush in the Medrash itself. So he says, "V'hinei dvarim halalu hein nifla'u me'od. V'hinei kol ma shemasigim einu balahem is galus kol kach." That which they grasp does not come to them, right? So revealed, so to speak. Kamo shazegas and Hashem b'shushalamata mehem, right? As is the case of the souls below them. Ki mishum shekol ma sheyored lamato yotem levash. Because the general rule is, the further down the light has to travel into Maisa Bereshis, the more muluvash is going to be, the more it's going to be enclosed in something else. The more layers it's going to be that it will be put on that light, just like the body has the soul inside. So you have 5 levels of soul. So on the upper level you have Yechidah, but it becomes enclosed in a lower level of Neshama, another lower level of Neshama, another lower level of Neshama, until eventually they all go into the Nefesh, to go into the body. And the body encloses all of that. And that becomes the person. So the lower down the light has to go, the more enclosed it's going to be in something that's recognizable and discernible in the end. So there's an advantage to the light being revealed on a lower level. To understand the concept while still in the body. Therefore, to stand the graspings while they're still in this world, it's only in a hidden sense. But the neshamas that are on a lower level, that their understanding and their grasp is on a lower level in this world, they're going to see it more in a more revealed sense. Even while they're in this world. Because they are able to grasp it on an equal level with the body itself. Right? And this is what the Medrash means when it says things that were revealed to Rabbi Akiva that were not revealed to Moshe Rabbeinu. We understand from this we learn from this that, because it learns the lesson of Niklu, right, of revealed versus Hasaga, right? As we understand that they were only understanding things that Moshe Rabbeinu also understood. But only as they existed in the world below, not as they existed on a higher conceptual level. The lower world's more revealed. They were able to grasp things and matters in the revelation, but not the case by Moshe Rabbeinu, because he was looking at the same things, but on a higher level. So he wasn't seeing them as they existed down in the world below, as Rabbi Akiva and his generation would later on as time passed and history moved on, and there was more experience and more examples in the physical world to help explain the spiritual world.